I first learned of the whole notion of needle exchange programs, I was totally against it. And I thought that it was ludicrous and certainly was not the chore of people who want to save people from substance abuse. And then with the emergence of the AIDS epidemic, having to find strategies to keep people alive caused me to look at needle exchange with a different view.
I said, well, there's something new. We found one thing that actually works in prevention. It's really the first thing that we found that works, and that is needle exchange programs. And he looked at me, and he's like, his attitude was like, who cares? Why don't you just shoot them all? Everybody's looking for me to say, well, there's a new drug that's going to cure it, or we've got a vaccine. But we've actually got a vaccine, and that is needle exchange programs.
Under our present laws, anybody operating a syringe exchange in most of the United States is vulnerable to arrest.
It's ludicrous that the clients have to come at 9 o'clock at night, in the dark, behind the railroad tracks, next to an abandoned building, to do something that is totally commendable. You know, they're protecting their lives, they're protecting the lives of the people in their community, and they shouldn't have to commit this illegal act.
Hi, how are you?
And the reason why I started doing needle exchange is because of my own past drug use, and I'm just really lucky that I got through that HIV negative. It's really hard for me to accept the fact that people do not feel like drug users are worth saving.
Well, you keep it up, girl. We're proud of you. And you come back and see us again.
Okay.
I want to hear the good news about you, okay?
Okay.
If we can keep them alive while they're on drugs, then maybe they will go into treatment, and then, you know, they've got the rest of their life.
The individual who may not make a choice to get clean and sober still needs to be treated. We have to take the judgment out of this.
What does everybody want to do tonight?
What about me?
You're going to come with me. We're all taken care of, don't worry. When I started to think about getting off of drugs, I started taking care of Augustine, who was 3 at the time and HIV positive.
That's how I make my heart.
That's good. I like that color, too. He got it from his mom, who got it from having sex with an injection drug user.
In the United States, most heterosexual transmission is from drug users to their sexual partners. Most perinatal transmission from mother to child, is from either a mother who injected drugs herself or a mother who was a sexual partner of a drug injector.
I am home alone.
Young children who are infected show neurologic abnormalities, developmental delays. Some researchers feel that HIV infection is the largest preventable cause of infectious mental retardation.
You work on the faces and I'll draw the bodies. I forget about it when I'm with him and we're playing and we're having fun. I forget, you know, that he's gonna die. Every once in a while it hits me and it's, you know, I'll just start crying. He'll ask me what's wrong and I'll just tell him I'm sad.
I'll be sad too.
Okay.
So my mom's died.
Why do you want to be sad?
Because she misses me.
You're not sad all the time, are you?
But I want to be sad on my picture.
I know. He knows about that. He understands about being sad because of his mom. So that's good.
If you can keep the drug injector from getting infected with HIV, at the same time you're protecting the sexual partners of that drug injector and the potential children of the drug injector, so that you're really protecting families and networks and communities, not just individual drug injectors.
I did it!
You did. He's really special. And it's not because he has AIDS. He's special because he's Augustine, and he just lights up a room when he smiles.
I haven't talked yet. I had something.
If you have something you want to say, you can say it.
Well, my mom died because she fell in the bath twice. I wanted her to stay with me because I miss her.
Oh, my God. If the clean needles had been available, Augustine would not, you know, be dying at the age of 5 or the age of 6. If the clean needles had been available, Augustine would have a chance.
Now I got a whole bunch of friends.
The CDC released a report saying that needle exchange worked. The GAO put out a report saying needle exchange worked. What else needs to happen? How many more people need to die?
How are you doing today?
Okay.
Okay, in the past few months, how many times do you think you used the syringe exchange? So how's the treatment program?
Treatment's going real well.
A syringe exchange is really an excellent way of getting people into treatment because over time in the syringe exchange, you've typically developed a trusting relationship between the drug user and a healthcare worker.
Are you interested in getting into a drug treatment program?
Yeah. There's a waiting list that I know of is 6 months, 6 to 9 months, right?
But our full-time treatment expediter has been able to get like 25 people into treatment in the last 2 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The best experts in the country have studied this. They've come to the conclusion that it does serve to reduce AIDS risk behavior. It does not lead to any increases in drug use.
A lot of other social factors involved, a lot of other issues around empowerment, hopelessness, depression, despair, unemployment. Look at those issues before you try to tell me that needle exchange encourages substance abuse. Poverty encourages substance abuse. You know, violence encourages substance abuse. But needle exchange does not encourage substance abuse.
In fact, what we have found is that individuals engaging in syringe exchange tend to reduce their usage.
It's part of the routine now. I know on Saturday, I have to be at St. Anne's or else I'm going to miss, my exchange because it's become very, very important. Thank you. Take care of this next gentleman here. Not only in terms of the exchanges, but information is available right there as far as literature, what programs are available, where you might need to go for housing.
Needle exchange provides the user with syringes, condoms, all of the equipment that the user needs to reduce harm associated with reuse of syringes.
It's a certain sense of individual caring and concern that I think not just myself, but other people have picked up.
This is ritual, sharing is a ritual. We see drug use as a practice. So Hamid is a member of this community, and one of the things that Hamid does is that he shoots up. He uses drugs. He uses drugs, say, 3 times a day. And in between, he takes care of his family and plays this important role as a father and as a provider and as a son and as a brother.
Oh, I told you, it's my daughter's birthday.
So if we weren't around, Hamid would be forced to buy syringes at the corner, syringes that are not clearly sterile. Hamid would be placing his partner at risk, be risking the lives of his children, of his family, and even of the community.
People who think it's not needed or who are standing against it or think that it's propagating drug usage, I think they're out of touch with the reality of what's going on in the street, with the reality of use and abuse.
Taxpayers who do not want to pay for prevention programs, do not want to pay for syringe exchange, are going to pay at the other end.
We gotta put the fire out. And the fire is HIV. We got a fire in our house, and that's HIV.
We've got one chance here to try and save some lives. This is it. This is our chance.